Warp core collapse in 10 seconds.
How's it going, everybody? It is your favorite underrated YouTuber, Big Dog, here. Just wanted to give you a quick reminder to subscribe to the channel if you're liking the content. Also, if you could do me a solid, check out my other links in the description box below. That would be greatly appreciated. Alrighty, let's get on with the show. Ooh, what's going on, everybody? It is your man, Big Dog, here. Welcome to episode 237 of The Dog House, the most underrated web series on YouTube right now, bar none. Tell your friends about it. I'm sorry, I got too carried away with that. But anyway, for today, we have a few topics that we have to talk about. Before we get started, I do have a few things I got to get out of the way. Number one, I know you guys noticed my little doghouse scene looks a little different than usual, mainly because it is the spooky season. So it's gonna be like that for the rest of October, and then for November, it's gonna be, your usual stuff, and then once December comes, it'll be Christmas themed. I've been playing around with that a little bit, so I wanted to start doing that. Number two, an update on the Nightwing video. That video should be done hopefully soon. I just finished doing the voiceover work for it. I just need to, I just need to put everything together, and then that should be uploaded hopefully sooner rather than later. So maybe by next weekend you should see it at the latest. Earliest probably Sunday, because I will be taking time to work on it tomorrow and Sunday. Anyway, let's move on to, oh my god, this makes me laugh a little bit. But so for those of you who don't know, Microsoft has officially ended Windows 10 support on October 14th, which was Tuesday. It was this Tuesday. And something funny happened. Oh my god, I'm sorry. It's so funny to me that this happened, because nobody expected it to happen. And you're probably wondering, dude, what are you talking about? I'm talking about the fact that the day that Windows 10 support ended, Microsoft's upgrade tool broke.
How, in the name of all that's holy, did you do that?
Well, it's interesting, isn't it?
At least days before the deadline. And it's like, how the fuck do you let that happen? Oh my god, man. Like, that's crazy. I'm not gonna get into the article, but I'll be honest with you. In my personal opinion, I don't think you should use the media creation tool. I would say, if you can, get the ISO from Microsoft and run it through Rufus. Matter of fact, give me 1 second. I want to double check something real quick. Windows 11 ISO. What the hell, man? Why does it always make me do these fucking things? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Bro, really? Ugh. Stop doing that. There we go. All right. Where is it? All right, so before we move on from this topic, I am on the official Microsoft website for Windows 11. So your options are pretty much the installation assistant, creating the media tool, or you can do that. What I do, just download the fucking ISO. And that's it. English, confirm. fuck that. I'm not doing all that. And there we go. That's it. That's all you have to do. Just download the ISO file and then create the media tool from there. I'm gonna download it myself. What the fuck? 2 minutes? Cool. Matter of fact, leave it to download, and that's about it. So yeah, in my opinion, like I said, I personally don't use the Windows Media Creation tool because it makes you do all that BS where you have to sign into Microsoft, where you have to sign into a Microsoft account. And now, apparently, Microsoft is pretty much doing away with the, what do you call it? They're doing away with the bypass way of creating a local account, which a lot of people aren't happy with, myself included. Because quite frankly, I don't want to have to sign into a Microsoft account to use an operating system. That's kind of stupid in my opinion, but what do I know? By the way, if I sound a little more nasally than usual, I come down with a case of the sniffles. It's nothing crazy, just either my allergies are catching up to me or I possibly have like a minor cold. I've got my tea, so I'm good. So don't worry about me. Anyway, let us move on to the next topic, which is somewhat of an update. And what I mean by that is we have an update on the Raja Jackson situation. Now, if you're not sure what I'm talking about, there was a situation with a kick streamer by the name of Raja Jackson, who ironically is the son of Rampage Jackson, a former UFC fighter. And, excuse me, a few weeks ago, or about a month or two ago, he ended up assaulting a professional wrestler, Psycho Stu. And I believe Psycho Stu got out of the hospital recently, and now Raja is apparently facing felony charges. I have an article here from the Express Tribune. I will post all the links for everything that I've mentioned in the description box. Let's go. So, give me 1 second. I'm going to take a quick tea break and sip my tea. By the way, if you don't own the Terraflu tea bags, get them. Whenever you have a cold, just put it in some water, drink it. Some hot water, and dump it in, mix it, drink it. Trust me, it'll dry you up. If you have like sinus issues, it'll dry you up, which is great. But anyway, let's move on to this article. Raja Jackson pleads not guilty to assaulting Psycho Stu as 7-year sentence looms. Damn, 7 years? That's it? Whatever. Anyway, kick streamer Raja Jackson, son of UFC legend Rampage Jackson, has pleaded not guilty to charges stemming from the assault of professional wrestler Psycho Stu during a live broadcast. All right, let's get into the article. Damn, what a short-ass article. A 25-year-old appeared in a Los Angeles courtroom on October 9th, facing one felony count of battery with bodily injury and one misdemeanor count of battery. Okay? The charges follow a violent incident on August 23rd. Okay, so it was like a few months ago, or a month or two ago, at Knox Pro Wrestling Academy in California. While live streaming on Kick, Jackson entered the ring and repeatedly struck wrestler Psycho Stu, whose real name is Stuart Smith. Earlier that evening, the pair had staged a playful exchange after Stu splashed Jackson with beer, but witnesses say the later attack was genuine and unprovoked. I do remember this, because I'm pretty sure Stu apologized after this, and they buried the hatchet, and then some people got into his ears. And then the rest is history. Smith suffered serious facial injuries and has reportedly retired from in-ring performances. Oh, that's sad. That's not cool. Jackson was arrested in September, nearly a month after the altercation. Prosecutors are seeking a great bodily injury enhancement that could extend his potential sentence from 4 to 7 years if convicted. The misdemeanor battery charge relates to another wrestler, Douglas Mallow, who intervened during the assault. Okay. Why the hell did you go back up? Anyway. Oh, you know what it is? My download probably finished. Give me 1 second. Let me look. It did. Nice. Back to full screen. Video footage from the stream showed Jackson warning viewers beforehand that it was his dream to fuck up a pro wrestler and that he was really going to hit him. The footage was widely shared online, prompting outrage across social media. Knox Pro Wrestling condemned the act as a selfish, irresponsible act of violence. Kick has since banned Jackson's account, while the GoFundMe campaign to support Psycho Stu's recovery has raised over $225,000. Alright, that's nice. Jackson is scheduled to return to San Francisco Courthouse on November 24th. Isn't that Thanksgiving? Hang on a second. Let's see. Nope. That's a Monday. Never mind. For a preliminary hearing to determine if the case proceeds to trial. Alright. So you guys are probably wondering, what is my opinion on this? Should he go to jail? Honestly, I hate to say it, man, but yes. Like, you literally went into this guy. You went in. Like, look, I get it. The guy throwing the beer on you, not cool. I get that. But he did apologize when he realized, like, oh, you didn't know this was a thing. So he's like, oh, my bad, I didn't know. And you guys buried the hatchet. I think the issue really is that he let the wrong people get into his ear, like his kick chat, and unfortunately, I hate to say it, but his father. Honestly, one thing that I noticed about the whole Raja Jackson situation was there were a very small amount of people, well, not very small, but a small amount of people criticizing Rampage Jackson's parenting, which is understandable. Because at some point, you gotta look at this and say, where does it really stem from? And we all know that Rampage, unfortunately, has a habit of being a little over the top with people from time to time. But then again, what the hell do I know anyway? Alright, moving on to the next topic, we gotta talk about Drizzy Drake. Apparently, there has been an update with the lawsuit situation that Drizzy Drake was on to. Hold on. We gotta watch this video from Jamari. Shout out to Jamari. What the flying fuck?
So I had done my best to ignore the ongoing legal battle between Drake and UMG for the last couple of months, at least when it comes to posting videos on the topic. I figured that my audience was a little bit fatigued, I thought the cow had long been milked, and I hadn't planned on speaking on it again until an actual verdict was made, which obviously could have taken years. But recently Christmas came early for the boy. And the
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
federal judge in the situation, Judge Vargas, has granted the motion to dismiss this case altogether.
Oh. Damn. Drake stays taking L's, bro. He stays taking L's.
Filthy, or I fall back and I have this sort of chink in my armor for the rest of time.
For those of you that might not remember, Drake was suing his own record label, UMG Recordings, over the content specifically in the song Turned Anthem Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. His allegations were pretty steep. Essentially, the UMG devised a plan to destroy Drake's reputation and likeness, using Kendrick as their puppet to do so.
Purists and people who just love confrontation.
Oh, hilarious. Anyway, give me 1 sec. All right, we're good. Sorry. Let's go back to this.
Hey man, there's no rules in this shit, but there are fucking rules in this shit. Of course.
You know, when Drake said this all happened because he was due for a contract renegotiation, and after he got verbally smacked around in the battle, he was out here feeling like Eduardo in The Social Network.
You better lawyer up, asshole, because I'm not coming back for 30%. I'm coming back for everything.
Now,
Well, you see, I want to feel bad for you, Drizzy, but at the same time, bro, you were warned. He did warn you not to go after him, and you still did anyway.
the obvious logical fallacy here was that Drake himself willingly engaged in and even encouraged this battle to happen. For over the last decade, both he and Kendrick fanned the flames of their feud through countless subliminal shots at each other.
Oh, like after Kendrick's thing, you wouldn't. I noticed you didn't really get into that too much. So
Angie,
It's like, I don't know, it just wasn't real to me. It's like, was that real or was that just like for the people? You know what I mean?
I think it's a sparring kind of sport.
Yeah,
so
but
you're not
at
into
the
that.
same time, it's like, you know, then let it be real then. You know,
But you
like,
seem just now a little irritated by it. No?
Really?
it's because he is irritated. Well, let's be honest here. He is irritated. He just don't want to say it because he don't want to look stupid.
like,
Understandable.
I don't know if it was worth it, you know? Because there's a lot of people that
I'll answer that for you.
Nope.
It wasn't.
were mentioned that I feel like can't really go back and fuck with that guy after that. You know what I'm saying?
And nothing been the same since they dropped control and took the sense of the rapper back in his pajama clothes.
In my mind, hip-hop is a sport, and fans like me love this type of back and forth. Now, to be fair to Drake, it did seem like he wanted to bury the hatchet with a collab song with him, J. Cole, and Kendrick. Almost like, oh, the power of friendship wins type of vibe. Now, obviously, in the end, Kendrick would deny the feature request, and J. Cole and Drake would take shots at him on the eventual song First Person Shooter. And obviously, in turn, Kendrick said, fuck that on the Like That record. We're not friends, and as a matter of fact, we have some serious shit to address. And P.S. to my good friend J. Cole, you can also get it too. I'm literally just handing it out. So Cole eventually bows out. Drake ends up taking...
You know, the funny thing is... oh, man. This is the funny thing about J. Cole dropping out of this whole thing. In the end, he ended up making the smartest move. Think about that. Because now people are going to look back at this and not even remember he was a part of it. And then be like, oh, he was, and then he dropped out.
in the bait, and the rest is really hip-hop history.
I'm not gonna lie, this shit was some good exercise. Like, it's good to get out, get the pen work done.
You can't even walk outside. Because anytime we're at a party, someone's gonna play a song that's about you being a pedophile, and we're gonna sing along to it.
They not like us. They not like us. And I'm gonna get copyright claimed. Thanks a lot.
Now obviously his reputation did take a massive hit. I mean, people of all ages were out here dancing to a song calling him a PDF. And we all know that Drake's reputation is pretty much everything to him.
Yeah, what'd I tell you?
What did you say to him?
You said that I could never let you down.
And after being in bed,
I'm going to be honest with you guys again. Drake being a PDF file is speculative. There's no like proof that he is encroached on a minor or anything like that. There are clips of him being a little on the creepy side with certain women, certain younger women, especially with the whole Millie Bobby Brown situation. Oh boy.
Bruh.
But again, he has not been convicted of anything, so let's just keep that in mind.
embarrassed for the last year, whether it be at the Grammys or the Super Bowl.
Oh,
all of
God.
his peers were there to point and laugh at the show. I'm sure that all really made his blood boil, and so he in turn pulled the biggest Karen move in hip-hop history.
Yep.
Drake filed a lawsuit for defamation against Universal Music Group.
And I think it made the whole Not Like Us discourse linger much longer by filing this suit. He says the UMG planned and illegally promoted this diss record to destroy his reputation, claiming they used bots and radio payola to shoot this song up the charts and make it more popular than it already would have been. He also claimed that this record was defamatory in nature and that it could potentially cause him physical harm. Keep in mind that's after years of him acting like some sort of mob boss. And he even went as far as to claim that UMG should not have distributed Not Like Us in the first place, which is awfully ironic considering he championed a petition just a couple of years ago to not allow lyrics to be used in court. And let's be honest, the guy has dissed dozens of rappers and other entities throughout the course of his career.
That is true too. If I remember he had a whole thing with Meek Mill for a hot minute. And I remember that shit. That happened back when I was in college, too.
Obviously posting those songs on the very same platforms and profiting in the millions of dollars.
I study rap battles for a living.
I mean, understand.
Stop the cap.
And that had this case gone in Drake's favor, it would have set a very dangerous precedent for art in general, because obviously they could then use things artists have said or
I'm feeling better already. Thank God I drank that
expressed
tea, man.
artistically to give them civil or possibly even criminal charges.
What's this, you fucking piece of shit?
Oh, not EDP. Not this fucking guy.
What's this?
And this was always going to be an uphill battle for Drake, because defamation against a public figure as he is very hard to prove in general. And
Exactly.
he also had his fair share of what could be considered defamatory statements in his rebuttal and initial diss tracks.
That is true. He did say that Kendrick beat his wife, even though there's nothing proving that.
You put your hands on your girl. She's been engaged for years. You're not married yet. You living in New York. She's not.
I mean, even in the ruling, the judge notes the fact that he accused Kendrick of abusing his wife, while
Exactly.
also accusing his wife Whitney of having an affair with his best friend Dave Free, resulting in an illegitimate child between the two. The judge also agrees with the opinion that a reasonable-minded listener could recognize the idea that diss tracks are heated in nature and present a great deal of hyperbolic rhetoric. Meaning to the average person, it is likely understood that Drake was not a legitimate PDF file. Like, no one really thought he was out here doing some Epstein Trump level shit, but it was simply a jab at his questionable relationship with several minors over the course of his career.
Yep.
A jab at his questionable relationship with several minors over the course of his career.
What the fuck did I say? What did I say? What did I say? I told you. Oh, God. I remember watching that Avin Preach video about this, man. It still is weird. It's weird. I'm sorry. If you are a grown man, you should not be talking to kids unless you are a teacher or those kids are relatives or those kids are yours. You should not be talking to kids. I'm sorry.
In an Australian hotel. I was touring and he was touring too. And honestly, his managers just came up to my dad and said, "Drake loves the show, come to his show tonight." And I was like, "Are you joking me? Drake?
What
He
the
wants to see me?"
fuck?
And I was like, "Okay, we're going." So I got my outfit prepared, I went there and he was such a fanboy and I was such a fangirl. And honestly, we text all the time now. He helps me with everything.
He's like, okay, where?
Like just life lessons. And
Look at
we
him
went to
being
dinner
bugging.
afterwards, and we had dinner the next day, and then we met in Sydney. So we just texted each other the other day, and he was like, "I miss you so much." I was like, "I miss you more."
See, this is weird. He should not be texting her like that.
Like, what does he say? About boys. He helps me. What? Yeah.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
That is not your daughter. You should not be talking to her about boys like that.
Yeah. He's
I don't give a
He's
fuck.
wonderful. I love him. You know, that stays in the text messages.
Probably for the best.
I mean, his weird friendship with an at the time 13-year-old Millie Bobby Brown is literally found within this paperwork. Also, a big key here in the dismissal was that matters of opinion cannot be considered defamation, and that the average-minded person should be able to consider the source when it comes to factual versus opinion-based statements. Like, you aren't
Exactly.
going to take the words of a comedian or a podcaster the same as you would a legitimate journalistic source. At least you shouldn't, that is, but we know in 2025, a lot of people live and die based on what, like, podcasters say.
Because he said
The sad thing is that's unfortunately true.
you have an illegitimate daughter, you grew women, and then Drake's comeback was, "I don't have an 11-year-old daughter," and Brian said, "Hey bro, address the other shit."
And I feel like where things really started getting weird
He said address the other shit.
for Drake is when he requested to see Kendrick's business contract between him and UMG, and he also requested any information they may have when it comes to his biological relationship with his children, and of course Dave Free. Basically,
What? That's a little weird.
to me, this all screamed that it was not going very well for him, and he wanted to get any ammunition he could during the discovery process so he could
Go back. Showing this is diabolical.
him. and he wanted to get any ammunition he could during the discovery process so he could try and use that against Kendrick in the future. I also think this lawsuit for him was really about saving face, trying to change the public narrative, and also save his reputation. And in the end, sadly, I think it just made his L like that much worse.
It did.
You know what I did, man? Fuck.
Oh, this shit.
Fuck all y'all pussies, man. For real, man. I see y'all boys outside when I see y'all, man. For real, man. On some real shit outside, some body shit, man. I'm gonna see y'all, but I see y'all, man. For real, you know, I got. Oh,
I love how she's just sitting back there, like, what is he doing?
For real.
Embarrassing.
I could not agree more. I could not agree more.
Like, even over the course of the last couple of months, he has been rolling out his latest album, Iceman, through these live stream multi-hour episodes. And during these live streams, he was still alluding to the battle, basically saying that it was rigged from the start, and taking subliminal shots at both Kendrick and UMG, calling him their Pinocchio that they puppeteered to destroy his reputation, but always acting like he was one step ahead with some sort of quote-unquote big bomb.
This is legit.
Oh my god.
Ultimately, a RICO money laundering situation between the three major labels and the biggest radio conglomerate in the world.
Do you understand the red button a little more now?
Oh, Drake's lawsuit certainly added to this.
And it's funny that his biggest fans acted like he was out here playing 4D chess, while all along the guy was out here playing Candyland.
Oh no. Oh, that's bad. That's really
And
bad.
the promise of this red button for the last year, that obviously never came, made some of them very angry.
Biggest waste of my fucking time of all time. The biggest waste of my god. I can't fake it. I can't fake it. That was
Damn.
ass.
Is that actually it? That can't be it. Please don't tell me that was it, bro. No button press. No
Wow.
button. Nah, that was like very, very disappointing.
Academics.
Like I was actually told that this was gonna be a red button. So either someone's fucking with me, but either way, at the end of the day, I'm never putting anything else out again. That's disappointing, man. All that build up.
Oh
It
no.
was honestly hilarious to witness as this lawsuit had become some of his fans' sole focus in life.
Okay, enough is enough. I think we've embarrassed this man enough. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, guys. Thanks for watching as always. That's it for this episode of The Doghouse, and I will see you guys later. Peace.